Thinking about starting an online business? Watch this first. A complete beginner's guide. What if one decision you make today could completely change where you are a year from now? Imagine waking up tomorrow morning knowing you're building something that's yours. A business you can work on from home, from your favorite coffee shop, or even while traveling. A business that isn't limited by where you live or what time you clock in. Now imagine looking back a year from today and realizing the only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be was simply in getting started. Today I'm going to show you exactly how beginners can build an online business from scratch, even if you have no experience. Welcome to Create Your Freedom, where we help everyday people learn how to build an online business one simple step at a time. Whether you're looking for extra income, more flexibility, or a long-term business you can grow, you're in the right place. Let's begin with something important. There are thousands of videos online promising fast money, overnight success, or secret systems that claim you'll be rich in just a few weeks. But the truth is, building an online business isn't magic. It's not a lottery ticket, and it certainly isn't a shortcut. It's a skill. Just like learning to drive, cook, or play an instrument, it takes time, practice, and consistency to master. The good news is that anyone can learn these skills if they're willing to keep showing up or stick with it. One of the biggest reasons people never start isn't because they aren't smart enough. It's because they believe they need to know everything before taking the first step. Maybe you've wondered, what if I choose the wrong business? What if I fail? What if I'm too old, or what if I'm not good with technology? Have any of those thoughts crossed your mind? They certainly did mine. Every successful entrepreneur was once a beginner. Every expert started with questions, and every thriving business began with one small decision, and that was to get started. Before we talk about websites, social media, or making your first dollar online, let's answer a simple question. What is an online business? An online business is simply a business that uses the internet to provide value. That value might be teaching a skill, solving a problem, recommending helpful products, creating digital resources, or offering services. The internet is simply the tool that helps you reach people who need what you have to offer. At its heart, every successful online business is built on helping someone solve a problem. Think about the last time you searched Google or YouTube. Maybe you wanted to learn how to bake sourdough bread, fix your lawnmower, lose weight, train your puppy, or save money. You weren't looking for a business, you were just looking for an answer. Fortunately for you, someone created that article or video, they solved your problem, and in many cases, they earned money because they provided something helpful. That's exactly how many online businesses begin. This is where many beginners get stuck. They ask, how can I make money online? But here's the question they should be asking. How can I help people? That one shift changes everything. Instead of chasing money, you begin creating value. And when you consistently help people solve real problems, trust begins to grow. Trust is one of the most valuable assets you can build online. Long before someone buys a product, signs up for your email list, or recommends you to a friend, they first need to believe that you genuinely want to help them. So where do you begin? Not with expensive software, not with fancy equipment, and definitely not by trying to do everything at once. You begin by choosing one direction. Over the rest of this video, I'll walk you through a simple roadmap that breaks the entire process into manageable steps. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of what to focus on first and what can wait until later. And before you leave, I'll give you your very first freedom challenge. A simple action you can take today to start turning your ideas into something real. Let's get started. Now that you understand what an online business really is, let's talk about one of the biggest decisions you'll make. Choosing your direction. This is where many beginners get stuck. They spend weeks, sometimes months, trying to find the perfect idea. Truth is, there isn't a perfect idea or niche. There are only problems waiting to be solved. Instead of asking, what business should I start? Ask yourself, what problems do I enjoy helping people solve? That simple shift can completely change how you approach your business. Think about the knowledge you already have. You don't need to know everything. You only need to know a little more than the person you're helping. Maybe you've learned how to budget your finances, maybe you've mastered gardening. Perhaps you've trained your dog, lost weight, organized your home, started exercising, cooked healthy meals, or learned a computer skill. Every experience you've had could become valuable to someone who's just beginning that same journey. One of the biggest myths about online business is that you have to invent something completely new, but you don't. Most successful businesses aren't built on brand new ideas. They're built on presenting familiar ideas in a way that's easier to understand, more helpful, or more enjoyable. People don't expect perfection, they appreciate clarity. If you can explain something in a way that makes someone say, "Oh, now I understand," you're already providing value. Let's look at some examples. If someone wants to learn photography, they might watch YouTube videos, read blog posts, download editing presets, buy camera equipment through affiliate links, join an online course, subscribe to an email newsletter. Notice something? Every one of those businesses exists because they help photographers improve. The same pattern works in almost every niche. Fitness, cooking, parenting, travel, personal finance, woodworking, or technology. Just think about it, the possibilities are almost endless. Here's something else many beginners worry about. What if someone else is already doing this? The answer is, they probably are, and that's actually good news. Competition tells you there's an audience interested in that topic. People don't subscribe because you're the only person talking about something. They subscribe because they connect with the way you explain it. Your personality, your examples, your teaching style, and your experiences. Those things can't be copied. Another mistake I see beginners make is trying to build 5 businesses at once. A YouTube channel, a blog, a podcast, a Facebook page, Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok. Before long, they're exhausted or burnt out. So instead, choose one main platform, learn it well, build confidence, and then expand. Remember, small steps taken consistently almost always beat big plans that never get finished. For many beginners, YouTube is one of the best places to start, and here's why. It's because your videos can continue helping people for months or even years after you publish them. Unlike many social media posts that disappear within hours, YouTube works like a search engine. Someone searching for an answer today, next week, or even next year can still discover your content. Think of every video as another employee working for your business around the clock. The more helpful videos you create, the more opportunities you have to reach new people. So before moving on to websites, email lists, or earning your first income, I want you to remember just one thing. Don't search for the perfect idea. Search for a problem you genuinely enjoy solving. Everything else can grow from there. Once you've chosen your direction or niche, the next step is one that scares a lot of people. Creating content. The moment many beginners hear that phrase, they imagine expensive cameras, professional studios, and years of experience. But the truth is, you don't need any of those things to get started. You simply need to be helpful. Every article you write, every video you publish, every email you send should answer one simple question: how can I help someone today? When you focus on helping instead of selling, creating content becomes much easier. Think about your favorite YouTube channels. Why do you keep coming back? It's probably because they've earned your trust. You know they'll teach you something useful, make your life easier, or inspire you to keep going. That's exactly the kind of relationship you want to build with your audience. People don't subscribe because you ask them to. They subscribe because every video leaves them feeling like they learned something valuable. Here's another important lesson. You don't need millions of followers. In fact, a small audience that trusts you is far more valuable than a huge audience that barely knows who you are. Imagine having 1,000 people who genuinely enjoy your content, who open your emails, watch your videos, and appreciate your recommendations. That's the foundation of a real business. Focus on serving people well. The audience will grow naturally over time. As your audience grows, something amazing begins to happen. People start asking questions related to your content. Can you recommend a book? What camera do you use? What software helped you create that? Those questions create opportunities. If you've genuinely used and trust a product or service, you can recommend it. Sometimes you'll earn a commission if someone decides to purchase through your link. That's called affiliate marketing. It's simply recommending products you believe in while being transparent that you may earn a commission. When done honestly, it's a way to help your audience while supporting your business. But here's a mistake you should avoid. Never recommend something just because it pays a high commission. Your reputation is worth far more than any single sale. Every recommendation you make should pass one simple test. Would you recommend it to a close friend or family member? If the answer is yes, share it with confidence. If the answer is no, don't promote it. Your audience will remember your honesty long after they've forgotten the price of a product. Now I would like to talk to you about something many beginners overlook: your email list. Imagine YouTube changes its algorithm tomorrow, or your social media account suddenly reaches fewer people. But if you've built an email list, you still have a direct way to stay connected with your audience. That's why many successful online businesses encourage visitors to download a free guide, checklist, or resource. In return, people join your email community. It's a relationship that you own, and it gives you another way to continue helping them. You might be wondering, what should I give away for free? The answer is simple: create something that solves one specific problem that is related to your niche. It could be a checklist, a step-by-step guide, a planner, a workbook, a collection of AI prompts, or a beginner's roadmap. It doesn't have to be long, it just needs to be genuinely useful. Sometimes the smallest resource becomes the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your audience. When you consider the bigger picture, a successful online business isn't built on one viral video or one lucky sale. It's built one step at a time. You create helpful content. That content attracts an audience. Some people join your email list, so you continue helping them, and over time, they begin to trust your recommendations. That's how relationships become businesses, and that's how small actions, repeated consistently, can grow into something remarkable. You've now seen how the pieces fit together, but there's still one important question left. How do you actually take everything we've talked about and turn it into a simple plan you can start this week? Let's build your roadmap. We've covered a lot together in this video, so let's bring everything together into a simple roadmap you can actually follow. The first step is choosing one topic you're genuinely interested in. The second is learning as much as you can about the problems people face in that area. The third is creating helpful content that answers those questions. As your audience grows, you'll build trust, create an email list, and eventually recommend products or services you truly believe in. That's how an online business grows. Not overnight, but one helpful step at a time. Now you're likely wondering, how long will this take? The honest answer is, it depends. Some people see results in a few months, yet for others it may take longer. Building an online business isn't about finding a shortcut. It's about consistently creating value and improving your skills over time. Every article you write, every video you publish, every email you send, becomes another asset that can continue working for you long after you've created it. The people who succeed aren't usually the smartest, they're the ones who keep showing up, even when progress feels slow. Of course, learning everything on your own is possible. There are thousands of free videos, articles, and tutorials available online. But many beginners find themselves jumping from one idea to another, never quite sure which step to take next. That's why some people choose to follow a structured program that brings everything together in one place. One option is the Legacy Builders program, which is designed to guide beginners through the process of building an online business with step-by-step training, practical tools, and a supportive community. What attracted me to it is the free automation. You simply plug in or connect with a few clicks and you have a capture page, sales funnels, emails, etc. all ready to go. It isn't a guarantee of success, and it's not the only way to learn. Like any business, it takes time, effort, and consistent action. If you'd like to explore it more and see whether it's a good fit for your goals, you can get access in the description below. Whether you choose that program or another learning path, the important thing is to keep learning and applying what you learn. Before we finish, I want to leave you with something to think about. Imagine it's 1 year from today. There are 2 possible versions of your future. In one version, you keep waiting for the perfect time, you watch more videos, read more articles, and tell yourself you'll start someday. A year passes, but nothing changes. Now imagine the second version. You decide to begin today. You learn one new skill each week, you publish your first piece of content, then another. You make mistakes along the way, you improve, you build confidence, and 1 year from now, instead of wondering, what if? You're looking back at everything you've accomplished. The choice isn't between success and failure. The choice is between starting or standing still. And now it's time for your very first Freedom Challenge. Before you watch another video, before you start researching more business ideas, take out a notebook or open a document on your computer. Write down 3 topics you genuinely enjoy learning or talking about. Next to each one, list 3 problems people often ask about. Don't worry about choosing the perfect niche today. Your goal is simply to start thinking like someone who solves problems. That's where every successful online business begins. I'd love to hear what you come up with, so share one of your ideas in the comments below. You never know, you might inspire someone else who's just getting started. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to my channel. Every week we'll explore practical strategies for building an online business, creating helpful content, using AI tools wisely, growing an audience, and building income streams that can support your long-term goals. My goal isn't to overwhelm you, it's to help you move forward one step at a time. Remember, you don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take the next step. Because every successful business started exactly where you are today, with someone willing to begin. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep creating your freedom.